Well, just because Halloween is over doesn't mean our fascination with pumpkin is gone. Hello everybody, this is Migueltio, the North Country Latino, live here making a brand new recipe. A recipe that was given to me by a former high school classmate of mine, Rebecca Crow Stewart, known in high school as Becky Crow. Anyway, she found this recipe actually in Spanish on a Spanish website for pumpkin souffle, and gave it to me and wanted to request that I make it. So I did. I translated it in English, make it a little easier and everything. And today we're going to make pumpkin souffle. Starts off with your handy dandy blender, of course. You're going to put in your handy dandy blender a cup of milk, skim if you will. Get yourself a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. You take a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, put it into your blender with the milk. It's funny how with pumpkin pies, some recipes call for this stuff, some don't. But it's called pumpkin pie spice. What can I do? You know? Take a quarter cup of flour. Got that, baby? And 2 egg yolks. Got them already beaten to go. So you don't have to stand here listening to me beating them and all. They go in. One and a half teaspoons of salt. Got the one. Got the half. And also, finally, get a small 7-ounce can of pumpkin. Excuse me, you're going to use 7 ounces. 15-ounce can this is. And use half of it. 7 ounces. So you can use the other half for, I don't know, some pumpkin bread. Or maybe put a little pumpkin ice cream together. But you're going to use half of a small can of pumpkin. Not the whole thing. Unless you want to double it. You can double the recipe. So you've got that in your blender. Put the top on. And you're going to blend it till smooth and well blended. Okay, once that's well blended, you can turn this blender off. You're going to use it again. Not the only time in this recipe you use a blender. Take this much of it, put it in a mixing bowl. It looks like you're making a pumpkin pie so far. Got that nice orange brown smooth flavor. Now normally on the Migueltio, the North Country Latino show, I don't stand here washing the dishes in front of you. But you've got to wash your dishes out. You know why? Because you're going to use this blender again right away. So get as much of your puree that you've got out of it, okay? And then rinse this really good in the sink, really quick. Doesn't take that long. Sink's right back here. I like pumpkin recipes. I've done pumpkin pies, gingerbread pumpkin trifle, which is a really cool kind of a layered recipe, pumpkin torte, pumpkin ice cream, calabaza, of course, for those of you who want to hear a little Spanish on the show, or at least that's one way of saying it. Got it all rinsed, dry it out thoroughly. Of course, the Mexicans have different Mexican cookbooks have different pumpkin recipes in it. So it's just candied pumpkin. Taking a whole pumpkin shell, hollowing it out, candying the pulp, and that's an awesome, awesome dessert. So we got your blender ready to go again here, okay? So in the blender this time, you're going to add 8 egg whites. Which if you want to get the liquid kind of egg whites, that's like a whole one of these little cartons. Takes all 8 of them. Shake it well. Good egg. I'm not standing here breaking eggs all in front of you. Which, I mean, I could do. Got one sticking there. Break that off with a spoon, baby. There we go. Alright. You got 8 egg whites. And then you're going to add 1/3 of a cup of agave nectar. This is a new bottle, so break it off here. Get the seal off. And no, it's not been tampered with, so it's good to go. Agave nectars are neat because they come in dripless bottles. Let's put this on here. 1/3 of a cup. Right in. Of course, it's thick, so you want to break it right off with a spoon to get the rest of it. That aside. And cornstarch. Not too much. About 2 teaspoons full. The box open. One and two. Uno y dos. Now put this into the blender and blend into a frothy. With your cornstarch and the sugar in the blender, it'll get it nice and frothy. So start blending it right now. You know how you use a mixer and you blend the egg whites until frothy? It's the same idea. Since you got the cornstarch in there with the agave nectar, it'll make these nice and frothy. Frothy, we do have. Look at that stuff I have. Woo! Nice and bubbly, baby. Pour that in to your bowl with the other ingredients. Now you're done with the blender, so you can. Yes, I'll clean it later, I promise. So you want to blend this together so that the whole thing is ready to go. Stir it all together. Fold it in. So it's well folded. You get that brown orange color again. You have to be patient with folding eggs because they don't always just fall right in. You have to really beat it together. I see it coming up. It's taking it. Folding is more than just stirring, folks. You have to let it ride and let those ingredients blend so that it looks like it did before you put those eggs in. Alright, it's still bubbly in the top, but it's back to being that nice brown orangey color again. Now, get ready to put this in the oven. Preheat your oven to 400, which I've already done, so that much is ready to go. If you have them, you can get some of those fancy souffle bakery items. I have them, but wasn't sure where I'd put them the last time. So you can also use muffin cups. I got some with a fancy bottom. Non-stick cooking spray. I'm going to see first how many will go with 6. Once you get your muffin cups or your souffle cups all ready to go with butter or cooking spray, take a little bit of sugar in your fingers and sprinkle it on each one. Now what I'm going to do here is, if there's more stuff left than I have already prepared, I'll prepare more muffin cups and put them in. So I'm going to pour this in. And yes, I cleaned them out. Nice and neat. So far, so good. Well, guess what? I'm going to have at least 6 more probably here. This is making a lot. Sprinkling some more sugar. And pour in some more. I'm going to have more than 6 souffles since I'm using a smaller container for each. But that's okay, they'll come out nice anyways. The souffle baker cups are usually a little bigger than these, so that's fine. There we go. I have a little bit left, but that's alright. I'm going to put this into the oven for a good half an hour. Slide it on in. And we'll see you at the end. Oh, and look at this. They are ready to come out. And they came up nice in these muffin tins. And we're going to let them cool a little bit before serving. They came out really good. And you're going to top them with some powdered sugar. Delicioso, folks. And of course do the same with the rest of them. I would personally like to thank Rebecca Crow Stewart for giving me that idea to make that recipe. And anybody out there who's got a recipe request they'd like to see, something possible, hello, just give me a line on Facebook to Migueltio Latino. It's always great to do some things with pumpkin that's different this time of year, because there's so many of the things you do for the traditional holiday. It's neat to do some other things. So pumpkin souffle is a great idea. And I wish everybody out there a wonderful Thanksgiving upcoming. And I hope you have time to make some pumpkin souffle and pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread and everything else you want to make out of pumpkin. And here's to all of the friends from Batavia High School, to Rebecca Crow Stewart, her sister Karen, everybody else out there. Sabres fans, we got a new tomorrow coming, eh? Don't we? They won the other night, didn't they? Enjoy, folks. Have some dinner, and then have some dessert. Hasta luego. There, look at that serving suggestion. To make it an even steeper pile, put 2 on top, and then it's almost like you use those bigger souffle cups. Pretty awesome.